They say legends are born, not made. But in the case of Larry Bird, it's a bit of both. Here's a man whose story started from the small town of French Lick, Indiana, and led him to the heights of the basketball universe. Today, we'll dig into this journey, from his humble beginnings to his epic rivalry with Magic Johnson and his life post-retirement. Larry Bird, one of the best to ever play the game of basketball, was born in the small, hardworking town of French Lick, Indiana in 1956. French Lick was a town known more for its blue-collar work ethic than producing world-class athletes, but that's exactly where our story begins. Larry was the fourth of 6 children in the Bird household. His father, Joe Bird, often struggled to find steady work, making it challenging for the family to put food on the table. His mother, Georgia, picked up the slack, working 2 jobs just to make ends meet. It wasn't an easy life, but it was the life they knew, and it helped to shape Larry into the person he would become. Growing up in French Lick was about hard work and survival. Larry and his siblings learned from a young age what it meant to roll up your sleeves and get your hands dirty. They learned the true meaning of work ethic, a value that would follow Larry throughout his life, on and off the court. Their financial struggles were tough, but they instilled a resilience and tenacity in Larry that would later define his basketball career. Through the hardships, the Bird family stayed close, always leaning on each other for support. It was these early lessons on family, resilience, and hard work that set the groundwork for Larry's approach to the game of basketball. When Larry was cut from his high school basketball team, it wasn't an end, but a beginning. It was the spark he needed to work harder, to prove to himself and others that he could excel. The rejection was a blow, but it served to strengthen his resolve. It reinforced the lessons learned in his early years in French Lick, that success isn't handed to you, it's earned through sweat, dedication, and an unyielding spirit. The Larry Bird we know, the one we cheer for, was shaped by these early years in French Lick. The financial struggles, the lessons of hard work, the family bonds, these were all part of his journey. As Larry Bird navigated his way through his childhood, he stumbled upon something that would change his life forever: basketball. The worn-out courts of French Lick became his haven, a place where he could escape from life's troubles and lose himself in the game. By the age of 14, Larry had developed a knack for the sport. It wasn't just his height that gave him an advantage, it was his drive to get better. He'd spend hours on the court, practicing long after the other kids had gone home. The basketball court was his playground, and each shot, each dribble, each pass was a step towards mastering the game. As Larry honed his skills, he began to stand out. He was not just another kid playing the game, he was a force to be reckoned with. While the other children played for fun, Larry played with a sense of purpose. His endless hours of practice were beginning to pay off, and he was becoming better than most of his peers. But Larry wasn't satisfied with just being good. He wanted to be the best. He loved the game so much that it wasn't just about playing anymore. It was about perfecting every move, every shot, and every pass. He had an unwavering commitment to the game, a desire to constantly improve. His obsession with basketball set him apart. It was this passion that would pave the way to his legendary career. Larry Bird's relationship with basketball was more than just a game. It was a driving force that pushed him beyond his limitations, beyond the circumstances of his upbringing. It was a beacon of hope in a tough life, a goal to strive towards. It was the start of a journey that would take him from the simple courts of French Lick to the grand stages of the NBA. In 1979, Larry's hard work paid off when he led the Indiana State University Sycamores to the NCAA championship game. It was a match that had everyone on the edge of their seats. Despite their loss in the finals, Larry's performance during the season was unforgettable. He showed exceptional skill and a fierce determination that won him many admirers. His playing style was captivating, and his ability to uplift the team was remarkable. Throughout his college years, Larry was more than just a player. He was a leader. His teammates looked up to him, and his coaches admired his dedication. The same young man who had once been cut from his high school basketball team was now a college star. Larry's time at Indiana State University was transformative. It solidified his love for the game and showed him the importance of teamwork and leadership. His performances on the court drew the attention of the NBA, opening up opportunities he had only dreamed of as a young boy. When Larry Bird was selected by the Boston Celtics in the 1978 NBA draft, he took a major leap towards fulfilling his dream. From the small town of French Lick to the grand stages of the NBA, Larry had climbed his way up, and he was ready to make his mark. From the moment he stepped onto the NBA court, Larry Bird was an undeniable force. He was a master at his craft, his skills refined by years of relentless practice and sheer love for the game. During his time with the Boston Celtics, Larry helped lead the team to 3 NBA championships. Each victory was assigned to his outstanding performance and the strong team dynamics he helped foster. His incredible skill and remarkable talent earned him 3 Most Valuable Player awards and a place in the All-Star team 12 times. But it wasn't just the awards and the titles that defined Larry's NBA career. It was his relentless drive to succeed, to become better with each game. Larry Bird was more than just a basketball player. He was an icon. He redefined the game with his exceptional skill and indomitable spirit. His clutch performances under pressure showed his character, while his leadership on and off the court demonstrated his commitment to his team. Throughout his career, Larry proved time and time again that he was a player like no other. His playing style was a combination of finesse, power, and intelligence. He was a competitor, a leader, and above all, a team player. Every great story has a rivalry, and Larry Bird's story is no different. His on-court rivalry with Magic Johnson is one of the most legendary in the history of basketball. From college courts to NBA arenas, their rivalry captivated fans and added an electrifying dimension to the game. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson first crossed paths in the 1979 NCAA championship, with Magic's Michigan State team taking the win over Larry's Indiana State squad. This match set the stage for one of the most enduring rivalries in sports history. It was not just a clash of titans, but a rivalry that would define an era of basketball. As Larry joined the Boston Celtics and Magic Johnson the Los Angeles Lakers, their rivalry took on a new form. The Celtics and Lakers had a history of intense competition, and Larry and Magic's arrival only intensified this. They met numerous times on the court, each match adding another chapter to their storied rivalry. Throughout their careers, Larry and Magic pushed each other to perform better, to dig deeper, and to reach new heights. Despite the rivalry, they shared a mutual respect and admiration. Their rivalry was about more than just winning games. It was about challenging each other and raising the bar of the game. Their battles on the court were epic, their matchups highly anticipated events. Each encounter was a display of skill, strategy, and sheer determination. Their rivalry brought the best out of them and, in the process, elevated the entire sport. Even though they were rivals, Larry and Magic were also allies in changing the face of basketball. They made the sport more popular and thrilling to watch. Their rivalry became a symbol of the game's passion and intensity. The Bird-Magic rivalry was not just about 2 individuals. It was about the spirit of competition, the drive for excellence, and the love for the game. It was a rivalry that defined their careers and left a lasting impact on basketball history. After a stellar career, Larry Bird decided to hang up his basketball shoes in 1992. But even after retiring, Larry's relationship with the sport was far from over. His love for the game and his exceptional understanding of it opened up new avenues for him. Just 5 years after his retirement, Larry returned to the NBA, not as a player, but as a coach. He took up the reins of the Indiana Pacers in 1997, and like his playing days, Larry's coaching tenure was marked by success. He led the Pacers to their first NBA Finals in 2000, demonstrating that his basketball acumen extended beyond his personal performance on the court. Post his coaching stint, Larry moved into an executive role with the Pacers, serving as president of basketball operations. He was instrumental in shaping the team's strategy, using his vast experience and understanding of the game to help the Pacers achieve success. While his post-basketball career has been closely tied to the sport, Larry Bird's life off the court hasn't been all about basketball. He's a family man, devoted to his wife and children. He's also heavily involved in charity work, using his platform to give back to the community. Larry's journey didn't end when he retired from playing basketball. It merely entered a new phase. His story is a sign to his deep-rooted love for the game, a love that didn't just fade away once he stopped playing. From a small-town kid to a basketball legend, Larry Bird's story is an incredible journey of perseverance, talent, and an unyielding love for the game. Thank you all for watching. Dunk that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you won't miss anything about your favorite legends and idols.